We are now going to discuss how to sort data in Microsoft Excel. The data that I have here is from an experiment that I did in SimUtext as the follow-up to our Save the Simploids experiment last week. If you recall, in that experiment last week, we found out a couple things. One, that the negative control, Simploids exposed to no herbicides and no parasites, did not get sick and they did not die. We also found that Simploids exposed to the herbicide alone, when compared to the negative control, also did not get sick or die. There was no effect of adding herbicides. However, for teams that worked with the parasites, we did find an effect of parasites on the health of Simploids. So in this follow-up experiment, since we already know that herbicides have no effect, we're just going to examine or look at the comparison between treatments where Simploids are exposed to parasites, that's treatment 1, and then our second treatment, the interactive effect of herbicides and parasites on Simploid health. So the data from that experiment is in front of you here. And so the first thing we have to do is sort that data. And when you think about how we want to sort this data, the first thing we want to do is get all of the individuals that are of the same treatment up at the top of one treatment, and all those that are of treatment 2 down at the bottom. So first we want to sort by treatment, and then we want to sort by week. Okay? And so to do that, an easy way to do that is to simply hit this rectangle up in the upper left corner. That highlights all the data. You'll notice that this data has a headers on it, that is column labels, and those column labels are in the very first row. We always want our column labels in the first row. And then we're going to go up to Data and then choose the Sort button. Okay. And you'll notice that the box My Data Has Headers is checked. That ensures that the headers don't get sorted with the rest of the data. You'll notice if I uncheck that, they get selected. We don't want them selected, so we're going to check that box. And then, of course, as I said, the first thing we want to sort by is the treatment. So let's first sort by those individuals that got parasites. Okay. And then we want to sort by, we want to add another level, and we want to then sort by whether they got herbicides or not. Okay. That should put all the ones that got parasites together and all the individuals that got both parasites and herbicides together. And then we want to add a third level, and that's going to be the week. Okay? All right, and then we hit OK. And notice when we're done, we have the individuals that got no herbicides and got parasites all up here at the top. That's all these treatments over all 4 weeks. And you can see that the weeks are sorted nicely, week 0 to week 4. Okay, and then if we scroll down, you can see that all the individuals that got both, yes on the herbicides and yes on the parasites, are at the bottom, and those are all nicely sorted by week. So now our data is sorted in a way that we can easily calculate means, standard deviation, standard error, so that we can make our table of means and variation, which we will then use to make our graph.